up, baby? I'm about to show them what a boss really about. What you here for? Strictly business. I'm bossed up. I got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low. Rappers turning into rats. Drop snitching on themselves. DEA ransack.
What's good? What's popping? Your boys are in the building. We back. It's been a minute. I know. I was going through some drama.
You know y'all missed us. It's okay.
But we here now. We here. We back. How you been, man?
Hey, I've been great. You know what I'm saying? Watching these sports. You know what I'm saying? Watching these women UFL finals. The tabloids. It's been a great week, man. How about you?
Same. Doing the exact same thing. I definitely want to give a shout out to all of our women's tackle football teams, especially Nashville. I got to give you guys a shout out. Y'all doing your thing. Y'all on the news and everything. Y'all doing it big over there.
Yes, go ahead, ladies. I see them, man. They outside.
Shout out to everybody over there doing their thing. Derby City. Got to link up with y'all. I know we're supposed to come out there. I apologize.
Things happened.
Whole lot of personal shit going on. So
whole lot.
It's we're gonna make it happen though. We're gonna make it happen. I promise you, we're gonna make it happen. Because I think y'all gonna make the playoffs. So it'll be good. We come out there for a playoff game. At least
the playoff game. Yeah. Season is basically over for me. We got 3 games left. After that, we outside.
Exactly. Speaking of being in the tabloids and the stuff that's going on, let's introduce. See, because women are funny,
hilarious.
Women are funny. It's football related, but not football related. So that's how we can talk about it at the same time. So everybody, all the women, Cardi B done upgraded, making Offset sick. She got a better man with Stephon Diggs. But y'all don't know Stephon Diggs the way we know Stephon Diggs. Okay? Y'all don't know Stephon Diggs the way that we know. This is how we know Stephon Diggs.
To date your sister.
What the hell?
Diggs. What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stephon Diggs.
This team would you least like to date your sister?
Least like to date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
AP. WAP. It's WAP. I mean, I only know it as WAP.
What does that stand for?
That's Cardi B.
Listen here. If you thought Offset was bad, that brother right there is 10 times worse.
That's a demon right there. Right. Like
demon. If Demon Time was a person, it's Stephon Diggs.
He would have created it. Okay. He would have created the little nigga named Demon Time. That is who Stephon Diggs is. Y'all out your mind.
Stupid. It's crazy. And ladies, to all 5 of y'all that watch the show, don't ever braid your kid's hair like the new man's hair. Don't do that.
Okay, so look. I'm going on a quick little tangent real quick. Not gonna take too long. I just got a few things to say. All right. First and foremost, ladies, I need y'all to understand something. Okay, it's not an upgrade if the lady or the woman leaves the cheating nigga for a worse cheating nigga. Okay, it's not an upgrade. Okay, not to mention, hold on, ladies, not to mention, because I know what y'all finna say. I know what y'all finna do. I know where y'all finna go. Okay, you can't go there because she also cheated as well. Not to mention, cheated while she was pregnant. So honestly, cancel each other out. You literally can't talk shit. Now, you can't sit up there and say that she is separated and free to do what she wants to do, which she is, right? Technically, she is. But the kicker here is why would you then be on social media crying and complaining about a dude dogging you out if you're only going to go back to the same dude but a different profession? Everybody want to sit up here and applaud Cardi B for getting Stephon Diggs, but was that not the same nigga on the boat handing out pink candy cane flakes to 3 other hoes who call him daddy? Or was I high when I seen that?
Apparently, she was on the boat. That's where the picture came from. She was on the boat.
Okay, so you was on the boat. So it's okay when your nigga with you, but when he's halfway across the world in London doing a show, it's not okay because you're not there. I just need to know the logic behind that, ladies.
Because I'm gonna say this, and this is like I said, and then we'll get past it. I'm gonna say this: if you are in a relationship with a man and you introduce another woman to the relationship, you already let him cheat. So you can't be mad if he goes out and does it without you because you brought it into you already allowed another person into the bed. That's just my rule.
And let's expand on that, Mel, for 2 seconds. Let's expand on that really quick. If you allow the nigga to cheat and don't check him at the door, don't leave, whatever the case may be, because everybody want to sit up here and say, oh, we strong, we this and we that, and all the bullshit like that. Well, if you let the nigga cheat, don't be surprised when he does it again. And ladies, final thing before we move on, leave the kids out of it. Leave the kids out of it. Don't braid the little nigga hair. Don't even take the little nigga over there. Okay, like I understand the situation. Oh, well, he's a kid. I'm the mom. He got to know. You don't. Okay, there are situations, there are ways to where you can work out to where you can leave the other kid with the other parent. Stop using kids as pawns in y'all stupid ass petty games when it comes to disagreements with your significant other or ex-significant other. The kid ain't got shit to do with that, bro. You're putting them in a fucked up position. All right, and you're putting the kid out of it,
and you're putting a new man in a worse predicament.
It even worse, because what y'all don't understand, ladies, this is the reason why we have a lot of black men in jail, unfortunately, right? Because contrary to popular belief, black men actually care to fuck about their kids. So when you play with their kids, especially in the face of another nigga, don't be surprised if that nigga crashes the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
Look, you play silly games, you get silly prizes.
Yeah, and don't play that game, especially with a nigga who's notorious for going to prison for beating niggas the fuck up.
Especially if I don't know the Migos and Offset and on, I don't know none of niggas like that. But if they really like that with the pow, that's not somebody you want to mess with.
So, like I said, we know Stephon Diggs, but if you was gonna play with any Migo, you could have played with Quavo like this. You feel me? I'm just saying, because we see what Chris Brown did to that nigga. Chris Brown been calling out that nigga face since 2019. He ain't did shit yet.
True.
Offset is not the one. That nigga likes to jump off stages and hit niggas. Superman punch style. Leave him alone.
It's very much true.
You gotta leave that one alone. You feel me? Go play with somebody safe. Don't play with him though, because he likes going to prison, apparently. I'm just saying.
Then we'd like to tell y'all that we are clairvoyant. We are, what do they call them? Seers.
Most definitely. Seers, Negro Domices, I guess, if you want to put it
in. Yeah, Negro Domices. That's going to be for us. It's going to be Negro Domices. Seems as if undrafted free agent rookie cornerback Kobe Bryant for the Atlanta Falcons did something that is, I mean, we touched on it a couple weeks ago, but you know, we always like to bring things to the front after, you know, we done did it and everybody else finally caught up to it. I don't agree with it, but I like to say we stamped it first.
For sure.
Okay. So he went on and posted to his Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and then made his rounds calling Lamar Jackson James Harden. Mm-hmm. Now, we did that, and if everybody watched the show, Andre, he was the one who pointed it out. He tagged it in the daggone chat, and he said it. So I don't agree with that. I really don't. I don't consider Lamar Jackson James Harden, but some people would consider it a very good comparison. But also, would like to say it started here first. There we go.
Hello.
Do I want to do this?
Absolutely, we do.
Okay, I did. Okay, I struggled with this only because I got a lot of friends and family of the LGBTQ community.
As do I.
Okay, Dez Bryant went nuclear for his comments.
Went berserk.
Okay. And like I said, this is all receipt based because again, a year ago, we are the only podcast, the only one, and I'll put money on it.
Mm-hmm.
That did a whole segment about the Gay Flag Football League, and we talked about how football is football. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight. We did the whole thing.
Factual.
A year ago about this. Okay, so this I just want to. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Just talking here, not trying to piss nobody off. We understand how y'all like to get.
Okay, so this is the video first and foremost. This is what started it. This is the commercial. Okay, that was commercial. Now, what happened is Dez Bryant saw the commercial, and Dez Bryant had this to say. Football is gay, football is queer, football is transgender. These are wild statements to make. Excuse my silliness. I'm going to proudly tell my boys football is none of those things. I have nothing against gays, but it's far from right. Okay. Now, the NFL, I understand what they're trying to do. I totally understand. It is Pride Month, and you want to be supportive of the community and stuff like that. I totally understand. But I'm guessing the wording could have been completely different so that it doesn't push people a certain way. Now, if you said football is everything, and then you added all the other stuff, hey, we cool. Once you went to is gay and queer and lesbian, that's not. See, the problem is football, especially the NFL, has never had a problem with gay players. See, the problem happens when it gets pushed into the media. That's the problem. I played with gay guys. I played with gay dudes in high school. I played with gay dudes in college. I did. Like, it is what it is. It doesn't affect me as a person, as a man, because we're going to play football together. What you do outside of football has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing. So, and that's where the disconnect happened. That's where everybody kind of got a little thrown back. It was like, just, we had to do all that. It's completely unnecessary.
I think that's fair, right? And I'm not going to, I guess chastise Dez Bryant too much on his feelings. Because I understand it, right? I will say, just like you said, the wording may have been, a little much. Because dealing with the times that we're dealing with, not everybody is as accepting as certain things, right? So certain words may be triggering, right? Queer, gay, transgender. A lot of people aren't accepting to these things. So seeing those words, especially associated with a brand or a product that they know and love, of course, may be triggering. Like Mel said, I played with gay dudes. I played with gay dudes in college and freaking high school. One of my best friends he's gay. He played with me in high school. All right. So like it doesn't really matter. One of my homies, we was talking about this off air a few days ago, and the only thing we care about as football players, and I'm pretty sure Mel would agree with me on this, is can you make plays?
Can you play ball, dog?
Like, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care. You can go off the field after the game and slob down your. I don't give a fuck. If you can give me 5 picks, feel me, 20 tackles type shit, 2 tugs, 5 brother.
Yeah,
let's keep it rolling.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Look, you can give us 2 tugs and then your boy 2 tugs at night, nigga. I don't give a fuck how you do it.
I don't care. I'm here for it all, gang. As long as
like it is right. Because the thing about football is football has always been inclusive to everyone. It's just been quiet because football just operated on its own merit. It didn't matter what outside people thought. Like my high school JV football coach was a woman. Head coach was a woman. You know, a couple people made a big deal about it. Oh, y'all got a female head coach and this, that, and the third. Yeah, whatever. Can she coach? That's all we care about. Can she
coach? She know the game? Okay, then we better kick your ass then.
That's all we cared about. And if you talk crazy about her, there's a reason why we didn't lose a game in 2 years.
You know what I mean? We on your ass. So watch your mouth.
So like we are protective of our own. We don't need outside influence, because if we got a gay dude on our squad and somehow you find out about it and you want to try and clown them for it, you got to deal with everybody else.
Yeah, you got to deal with us. It's up. You feel me? Keep that same energy for everybody. You feel me?
That's how we rock, because that's a family that you're dealing with right there. That entire roster is family from top up to top bottom. That's family. That's us.
Not just a gay dude. That's my brother, and he's gay, and I'll beat your ass for him.
Exactly. So it's one of those things. You know how it is with your little brother. Like, you can say shit about your little brother, but you better not say nothing.
Yeah, other people can't say shit about my little brother.
Because I'm going upside your fucking head.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm throwing something. You feel me? And it's not going to be pleasant. And I think when it comes to, situations like this, right? Because the MLB did the same thing, but they didn't do, the whole commercial and stuff like that. But they did change their logo, right?
And like I said, and I was going to say that too. I was like, if you want, you can say football is everything, put the little, stuff behind it, and then change the color of the logo. Yeah. Everybody understands.
Everybody gets it. We get it, right? Now, like I said, there are some people that may feel some type of way. Oh, fucking well, tell them to get the fuck over it. I just feel like the wording that was used may have been a little much, because like I said, there are some people that may be triggering to some things, right? But other than that, I don't really give a damn. If you're gay, you're straight, you're transgender, if you can be a ghost, dog. Make the tackle.
As long as you make tackle, you score a touchdown, brother. Hey, look, man. Can you play the game? Are you gonna help the 10 other dudes on the field with you?
You know what I mean? Can we get money? Okay, like, I'm not into the whole theatrics, all the dramaticisms, and oh well, he's gay now, and man, fuck all that, bro. Bro been balling all season. Him being gay ain't gonna change shit now. Like,
if you didn't know, did it change anything?
Yeah, shit. Can he still catch a touchdown? Can he still run a route? Can he still make a tackle? All right, then.
Like, because I remember before. Let me do this first, because I don't want to say something and then we get in trouble about it later. Is because I remember seeing it. I just wanted to make sure I was right. Because he's one of my favorite receivers growing up.
I think I know where you're going with this, and I'm trying to remember his name.
Okay, so I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Because I'm getting conflicting reports.
Fair. Very fair.
But like, no, I don't even care. It's already here. Ernest Givens was one of my favorite wide receivers growing up. And apparently it came out some years later that he might possibly be gay. I didn't care. It didn't bother me. It didn't change how I looked at Ernest Givens. I didn't give a fuck. Still, he played football. I wanted to play like Ernest Givens. And I think Vance Johnson was the other one. But I can't.
And we know how taboo it is. We know how frowned upon it is, right? Because looking at the stigma of football, right? A lot of people understand that it's the manliest games, and there's no room for this and there's no room for that. But it's like with how everything has evolved, with how everything in the world is going now, you can't. That's the reason why I feel like just saying football is inclusive, football is everything would have sufficed perfectly fine, because you have, women coaching in football, you have transgenders in football, right? You have freaking flag football for women. We have women contact football, which we, shout out to our football girls over there in Nashville, in Derby City, right? So like there's just so much more to the game now, and everybody, it's not just a man thing, right? Like everybody loves football. I was chopping it up with one of PVT's fans online. She loves football, right? She's a Cowboys fan, right? Unfortunately, but hey, we all got our squad, right? But she'll break down freaking Dak's whole pass package, right? Break down a whole freaking offensive line. Like she knows the game. You know what I mean? So like when people see for example, a Brenda Song on the LA Rams schedule drop, right? And she's sitting up there, she's talking about formations and she's talking about coverages, and everybody like, hold on, wait a minute, this little Disney Channel girl, no, yeah, nigga, because football is like we say, football is for everybody, football is everything. And I like I said, I understand that the stigma around the game, but that's where the ignorance lies. That's where we have, the so-called bad people, the ignorant people that we try to stay away from, right? But we do have to understand that there are a lot of people that feel like football is a one-dimensional kind of thing when it comes to how it's played, right? Of course, us players know that. We know that it's different, right? We know that there's many factors that go into the game of football, right? Winning, losing, throwing into a game plan, whatever the case may be. But a lot of other fans don't necessarily get that yet. And when they see or hear certain things, it does unfortunately turn them off. Does it suck? Yes, but it's reality.
Right. And I just think, because what happens is, I think most people aren't going to, and I'll take this back. Vance Johnson is not gay. I just looked it up. So I didn't say he was, I said I think, and I was correct. He is not. So don't start clipping up shit.
Don't quote us on that.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I
will unless you want to come on the show, Vance, and turn this up. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
But I think what happens is that a lot of people are getting fatigue. You know how we got black fatigue going on right now?
Oh yeah, the little black fatigue trend. That's funny.
So I think people are having LGBTQ fatigue, in the sense of, why do y'all need to be singled out for everything?
I mean,
because yes, like we said, we talked about, the gay football, the gay flag league, and how dope it is that they have a league for themselves, that they can play football without anybody, saying or judging them for anything. They can just go play football and be them. You know what I mean? But also, I worked downtown here in Las Vegas, and there's a football league. They rent out the parking lot a block away from my job. They have helmets, shoulder pads. They got they have NFL uniforms, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cincinnati Bengals, Vegas Raiders. They have the whole get up, the jerseys, the helmets, all that. And they're playing wheelchairs.
Talk about it.
They don't make a month or anything for that. Like they don't say, well, football is paraplegic or anything like that. Like, and that's why it's easier to just say football is everyone. Because I watched them play football. They hitting in wheelchairs with equipment on.
Come on, they getting it in,
and it's 11 on 11. So you know what I mean, like. And this is just to prove the point that you don't have to single out a specific group, because football is for everyone.
The problem that I've always had is when people try to talk about the LGBTQ community as in like a third form or like a different, as if they're like a different kind of breed or something, right? Like they're humans just like us. They're regular, just like us. Like there's nothing special about them, right? They're just regular. They're regular people who decided to sleep with who decided to sleep with the same sex. There's nothing crazy. There's nothing special about that. So when people try to specialize it, I guess, right? And that's the only problem I have. It's like, why does everybody try to treat them like they're something different or some type of crazy different species or something? Like they're regular people just like us. And I guess the biggest problem I have is a lot of the times where certain language is used or certain energy, is pushed. It's like, why even go that route when we're supposed to be looking at them as normal people, just people. Like I don't understand the vitriol behind some of the language, or like a lot of people have a problem with Dave Chappelle, the jokes and stuff like that. It's like straight people get joked on all the time, old people get joked on all the time, people who are disabled get joked on all the time. Like if y'all want to be looked at as the people who are just regular people, like y'all say y'all do, right? Because I like you said, I have a lot of LGBTQ family influence. So it's like
you and me both. Like I got them just like you do. Like I got them. I got homeboys that are gay. I got homegirls that are lesbians. I got a trans friend. Like the girl that did the artwork for the pod is a trans woman. Like, like I judge people based off of people, not what they are or what they do.
Yeah, like of who you are, right?
Yeah, if you're a good person to me, you're just a good person.
You're just a good person. It doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight, like an alien, a fucking dog. Like I don't care. And that's the thing that I have. That's the problem that I have. It's like trying to single them out to try to make them a different entity is it's always been weird to me, right? Like it's always been kind of like a weird push. Like you're trying to make it like they're a victim or something. Like they're not. They're regular people, bro. Like treat them like regular people. Like I see people clam up and act weird when gay or trans people come around.
Right. I think part of it is part of what I'm thinking is like I think we put more pressure on the community when we're trying to put them in front of everyone else. If you just let them be like it used to be, it was fine. Like at least in my eyes. Like I grew up in New York. And I always tell people, and I guess that's a bonus for someone like myself, because I grew up around everything. Like when I tell people when I was growing up, I didn't face racism because I grew up around everything. I grew up around Arabs. I grew up around white people. I grew up around Spanish people. I grew up around Italians. Like you name it, different religions. I grew up around it. So it was never, I didn't feel no kind of way because we was all moving together. I knew what the village was.
Yeah.
You go to the village, you know what the village was?
Yeah.
You let them people do. You get on the train, you see the dude, or back then you'd be like, oh, it's a dude dressed and got a wig on because they didn't look like they look today.
Yeah.
Back then they look crazy. So, but you just let people live. They didn't bother you, you didn't bother them, and everybody went on about their business. Because
it wasn't a big deal, bro. Like nobody cared until everybody started to make it then a big deal, right? Like we'll get to, I know we're about to get to it in a second, but the whole Ryan Nassib thing, like when people,
that's the follow-up to this.
When somebody comes out, it's like, why is it a big deal that they come to my sister? When my sister told me that she was gay, I looked at her dead in her soul and said, bro, so what? So what, bro? I don't care, bro. What does that have to do with anything? Like, am I supposed to now treat you different because? Yeah, like now now our relationship changed because you gay. It's like, well, oh my god, like, and that's what I was getting into. Like, people, they clam up, they start to talk different, they start to act different when gay or trans people come around. Or it's like, bro, it's not that serious. They're regular people just like us. Like they're gonna laugh with you, they're gonna joke with you, they're gonna cry with you, they're gonna do all the same things, man. The same things, right? And just like Mel, like he grew up in New York, I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. We have a whole community for gay people. Like it's notorious, it's known. The Castro, everybody knows about it, right? Everybody goes there to eat. Everybody acts like nobody acts, and it's draped in rainbow. Everybody, people go down there. It has some of the best food, some of the best culture, some of the best events. Like
that, but I guess that's the thing. Is like for someone like me, someone like yourself, who grew up in very dense populated areas. This is nothing for us. Like this is second. Like we've been there, done that. We know it doesn't affect us like that. Yeah, but if you grew up in Montana,
yep,
it's gonna bug you out.
Yeah, it hits a little different, right? So like just like you said, like you get on the subway, you see somebody dressed in drag, you see somebody in a wig, you're like, hey, that nigga probably just going to work. He probably just going to an event or something like that. It's the same thing, right? We got a whole like week-long event in San Francisco, like Pride Week. It's a whole event.
In New York, we had a whole look. You get the Pride Parade. We have parades for everything in New York.
You know what I mean? And the parade be lit though. That's the thing.
Lit. You know the part. You know it's just gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Crazy.
So it's like it is what it is, and you know the NFL. I get what they was trying to do, but like I said, stuff like this conversation in the macro is what me and Moolage are going to be trying to get to on the other show.
Yes, sir.
Like these are the types of conversations we're going to get into. Okay. So jumping up, like I said, even with the Ryan Nassib situation, like I'll touch on that real quick. I feel like that's also a slap in the face to somebody who's played football for a long time. Like to just get his jersey put in the Smithsonian because he's gay. It's kind of wild. Like, come on.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand it. I don't get why they try to pedestal it, bro. Like, and I'm pretty sure like it's probably, you know, dope to him, but you know, in his family. But even, I'm pretty sure like if you really ask him his true feelings, he's probably like, bro, why? Like, why? Yeah. I played in the NFL for years and nobody knew, and I was a damn good player when I was there, right? And nobody fucking knew. Like, so it's like, why pedestal it? Why try to make it a big deal when it's like I didn't do anything super crazy special? You know what I mean? Like, why bring it up now and pedestal it? And, you know, it's just that's kind of what I be talking about. Like, there's no need for that. He was a great player. Like, if you want to give him an award for being a great player, sure, do that. But making it about him being gay, it's like, bro, he was just a football player, bro. He's a football player who's a great dude, a great teammate. Like, let's leave it at that. Don't bring his sexuality into it, because now you're bringing other things and other parts into the game that nobody's ever cared about. It's football. Like, the nigga was a dope player. That's all we ever cared about. We don't care about him being gay, and that's the problem that I feel like.
It was like, look, if he was, and he come off the edge and sack the quarterback. That's all we was.
Man,
that sounded crazy. Considering what we're talking about, that sounded nuts. So we're gonna.
The only other problem I do have, right? And I'm not saying that it's a major problem. It's just a stickler for me, right? And I'm pretty sure for Mel, because of how much we do advocate for this subject, right? It is also, because a lot of people like to forget this or gloss over this, it is also Men's Mental Health Month, right? And dealing with the NFL, considering how much we know, considering how much sports is stressful, considering how much we know that the athletes go through, right? Concussions, right?
Did they do anything about that?
Et cetera. There's no commercials, there's no brands, there's no advertisement, there's nothing. That's the only problem I've ever had with the whole Pride Month thing, is we have to share a month with the.
Are we even sharing it?
And exactly, and that's my thing. Like, are we even sharing at this point? Because it doesn't get talked about at all. We don't get no commercials, no brand, no advertising, no nothing. Like like no parade, no nothing. You know what I mean?
The NFL, the NFL is what, 99.9% man.
You know what I mean? Like,
did we not get a mental health commercial or anything? Nothing.
With like I said, with concussions, with injuries, we know how injuries do on athletes on their mental. Right
now, mind you, when everybody understands
everything.
Now that we said it, watch the NFL do
it. I give it until either
2 weeks,
2 weeks, or shit until
before the end of the month.
Literally till next year, next season. Watch these motherfuckers roll this shit out. Like, oh yeah, now we're gonna start to collab with. Watch, because It's not being talked about, and that's the problem, right?
No, not even a little bit.
Male suicide is the biggest, is one of the big, is not even one of the biggest, is the biggest epidemic amongst young men in the United States. Not even the United States, in the fucking world, bro. 93% of suicides make up of all suicides are mostly males.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, like I said, we don't talk about it, nobody talks about it, nobody brings it up. We don't get a month. We have to share a month. Nobody, even if at this point, if you want to call it sharing, we don't get a parade. We don't get the commercials. We don't get the brand deals. We don't get the logo changes, right? Because
do we even have a color for men's health? Is there a color?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a color for everything.
There's a color for everything.
Is there a color for men's mental health?
So that's the only problem I've ever had with it is
it's like green.
There we go. Right.
I think. Nope. The men's mental health ribbon is like the Charlotte Hornets colors, the purple and turquoise.
Shit. Well, shit. Now
I don't know. They're showing me like 8 different. They're showing me like 8 different ones.
Well, plaster them all. God damn it. Shit. Let's start to get some. Let's start to talk about it, because I always bring this up, and it always kind of makes me laugh, right? Because we talk about men's mental health, we talk about men talking to people, we talk about men losing their life to suicide, etc., right? And everybody says go talk to somebody, everybody says go talk to somebody, everybody says go talk to somebody, right? But a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to put yourself in a vulnerable space to do so, right? And when you have the commercials with the LGBTQ and, it's okay to come out and the numbers and all this stuff like that, et cetera, it's like there's no energy for young men to have that same outlet. And I feel like that's always been a big problem, right? And when we have situations like this, it's important to have these conversations, bro, because when we look at the advancement of the game, when we look at the advancement of people, right? Like, we have to understand that we're all important. So if we're going to sit up here and have these conversations, then we have to be serious about these conversations. And it's always interesting how serious people get about these conversations after the fact. I always bring up Ellen DeGeneres' DJ.
Yep.
And how everybody felt like he was just the life of the party and this and that. And next thing you know, he takes his life, right? We actually had somebody else who was very prominent in the sports world. The creator, the creator, the producer, the director of sports science, right? Lost his battle with depression, right? This would be a perfect time to bring that up, to draw that in, because everybody, I'm seeing everywhere on social media, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? Everybody talking about sports science. They don't even know the news about the creator of the show. They don't even know the news yet, but they're talking about how much they love the show, how much they revered the show, how much they want the show back, etc., etc. And then to find out the news that he unfortunately lost his battle to depression, that's like, it would have been the perfect time to kind of bring that up and make sure that there's an outlet for young men and men everywhere to know, like, you have somewhere to go, you have a number to call, you have somebody to talk to about this. And I just think that as men, we, you know what I'm saying, it's just unfortunate to not see it, right? Like, I would have loved to see more advertisement, more brand deals with something somewhere based on men's mental health in the month that we inevitably share with Pride.
Exactly, like, because we don't, unfortunately, like I said, this is a layered conversation for us, because it does touch on football, but then it touches on life as men go. So like I said, the show that we're going to do on Thursday, we will have these types of conversations. A little deeper, a little more serious, because stuff like this, it does affect someone like myself. It does affect someone like Mulich. From the sidelines family, just the guys that we deal with on a day in and day out basis. They go through stuff. We talk to, I speak to, certain individuals, and they feel like we don't talk enough. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like, you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Shoot, you're right.
You know, if you say we don't talk enough, then we don't talk enough.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that's somebody asking for something.
Yep. Reaching out. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people don't understand how people reach out, and people reach out in certain ways, and that's a way that people do it.
Yeah. And you know, so we're gonna get back. Let's turn this motherfucker back to football. And let's get to the Adam Silver of it all. This is gonna tie it in. I'm gonna bring it all back. Like I said, it's part of a conversation that we had a couple weeks ago, but Adam Silver brought his goofy self to the conclusion of it just the other day. But this is what we talked about, and this is Adam Silver, and I'm gonna get to our portion of this.
It's one thing I really admire about the NFL. I mean, if we were going into a Super Bowl and it was Packers against Steelers, you guys would be celebrating that. Those would be storied franchises. People wouldn't be talking about, you know, the fact that Pittsburgh is a small market. So in fact, you know, I'm happy whatever team ends up in the finals, but it's been intentional from our standpoint to create a system, a collective bargaining agreement that allows more teams to compete. And just by way of background, you know, we're going to have to go through a process of getting to the point where people are accustomed to tuning into the finals because it's the two teams that deserve to be there, and it's the best basketball.
Okay. Now, if you watched the show a couple weeks ago, we talked about this and what the differences are between the NFL and the NBA. The NFL is a team sport. They're both team sports, but understand what I'm about to say. The NFL lives off of the logo on the side of the helmet. Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, Las Vegas Raiders. Those are brands. Green Bay Packers, they're brands. Doesn't matter who plays for them. Do they have star players that play for those franchises? Of course they do. But they only care about the logo on the helmet.
Yep.
Opposed to the NBA, it is star-driven. Stars. Your biggest stars is what's going to draw the eyes to the television. No one can look. Orlando. No one considered Orlando was a small market until Shaq got there.
Yep.
Look, Chicago was a big market with no star until Jordan got there.
Nobody's watching Chicago Bull games until Jordan got there.
Okay. The Indiana Pacers. You call them a small market, but the Indiana Pacers was a big deal when Reggie Miller was there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the Milwaukee Bucks with Ray Allen and Alvin Robinson, they were a big deal.
Yeah.
Because there were stars there.
Yep.
That's what moves the NBA opposed to the NFL. NFL, look, it don't matter where Aaron Rodgers plays. If he plays for a shitty team, or like a non-traditional team, it don't matter. He don't move the needle. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's just nobody cared when he went to the Jets because it was the Jets.
No one cares. It's the Jets. You're Aaron Rodgers, cool, but you still play for the Jets.
But you play for the Jets. They're not going to be in the stands spelling Aaron Rodgers.
No. That's just not how that works. Patrick Mahomes, as great as Patrick Mahomes is, Kansas City Chiefs are not leaving if they traded Patrick Mahomes tomorrow. Kansas City Chiefs fans will still be Kansas City Chiefs fans.
They're still going to, at the end of the national anthem, home of the Chiefs.
They're going to be upset that Mahomes is gone.
Most definitely.
But they're going to continue to be Kansas City Chiefs fans. Dallas Cowboys haven't won shit since 95. They are still Cowboy fans. They are still the number one football franchise in America.
They're still, quote unquote, America's team.
Because they root for the star on the side of the helmet, not the person inside the uniform.
Yep.
NBA is totally different. Look, that's why you can get LeBron can go from the Cavs to the Heat, back to the Cavs, to the Lakers, and everybody will bounce around because they're following the star.
Yep. They're following the star.
And like right now, you have those two teams playing in the NBA Finals, but there's no star there. Are there good players? Yes. no stars though.
Star will be born. That's what we're waiting for.
That's why we said if the NFL, if y'all claim that how the NFL is rigged and all this, if the NFL was rigged, do you know a Dallas Cowboy Las Vegas Raiders Super Bowl? Do you know how much money that would make?
Exactly my fucking point. That's exactly my fucking point. So when people tell me that it's scripted or it's rigged or it's set, bro, do you know how much fucking money the NFL would make if they were to put two of the biggest fan bases
there's not a
football in sport history?
There's not a stadium big enough to hold that. There isn't.
Dallas Cowboys
and the
Las Vegas. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's no check that somebody wouldn't write
to make that happen.
I'm trying to look, like Mel said, there is not a stadium big enough. First and foremost, they're gonna have to hire
security. Gonna be crazy
out the ass. They're gonna have to hire. They're gonna have to bring in the FBI. Okay, they gotta bring in the FBI
because you don't like. You gotta understand. The Cowboys and the Raiders, two of the most rabid fan bases you can possibly have
ever,
and both are starving to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
To put that, they would have to build a stadium that seats about 300,000 people.
At least.
They'd have to build it.
At least.
Yeah, because the tickets would sell out. And the crazy thing about it is, the second them tickets went on sale,
they're gone. They're gone. I'm talking about sweet boxes. I'm talking about state like personal, whatever the fuck, bro. They are gone. They are gone. The amount of people in the world, and I'm not even talking about just regular people. I'm talking about celebrities as well, right?
Oh yeah,
because that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Because that's the thing a lot of people don't understand, right? Adam Silver doesn't really get is people. You may have Nick fans, right? Spike Lee, Ben Stiller, right? You got Warrior fans, E40, right? Too Short, right? You got your fans of the respective franchises, right? But majority of the fans there are there to see specific people, right? Specific players. Stephen A. Smith has said this numerous times on First Take, right? They're coming to see a lot of guys when this is why the whole load management conversation happened, right? Because the NBA because the stars aren't playing, right? On the other side, it doesn't matter who's not playing and who is playing for the Raiders, for the Colts, for the Jaguars, for the Chiefs. They're coming to see the Chiefs. They're coming to see the Raiders. They're like when we talk about celebrity influence as far as NFL, as far as football, like people don't come to see Patrick Mahomes. They don't come to see Aaron Rodgers. Like Steeler fans, they're not going to see Aaron Rodgers.
Who are they going to see?
They're going to see the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're not waving the terrible towels for Aaron Rodgers. They're waving the terrible towels for Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay? Yes. When you have celebrities in the stands, in press boxes, in the suites, waving terrible towels, they're there for the Steelers. When you have guys like LeBron James, guys like Jamie Foxx, all the motherfuckers that sit up that Stephen A. named that are Cowboy fans at Cowboy games, right? Yeah. And during week 4, like they're not fans of Dak. They're not fans of CeeDee Lamb. They may be fans of them, sure, because they play on the team.
But if they weren't on the Cowboys, it doesn't change how they feel about the Cowboys.
They are still Cowboy fans. Raiders fans have the most loyal fan bases ever. These motherfuckers been in turmoil since goddamn 2001, 2002.
Look at the Cleveland Browns.
Look at the Cleveland Browns. Look at the Bills. They lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, and they still are considered top 5 fan base.
Yeah, like the Cleveland Browns ain't one. They took the team away. They fought to get the team back.
They fought to get y'all don't understand. They took the Browns away to another city, and the city petitioned them to get them back, including the mayor.
Like this is not. They didn't care about who left as a player. No.
It wasn't about Jim Brown.
Give me the Browns.
Give us the Browns back.
And they said, we want the helmets, we want the colors, we want it all back. We don't want an expansion team.
Yeah,
we
no,
want the
we want
Cleveland
our
Browns
team back. You can't take our team back. And the only basketball franchise I can compare that to is, unfortunately, the Sacramento Kings. Because when they threatened to take the Kings away and put these motherfuckers in Seattle, or whatever the case may be, Hornets too. Them too. When they threatened to take them motherfuckers away, the city showed up and showed the fuck out. Like, nah,
no, they took them bitches. That's how we got the Pelicans.
That's how we got the Pelicans, right?
And the motherfuckers said, we don't want an expansion team. We want the Charlotte Hornets.
We want the Charlotte Hornets.
But they gave them the fucking Bobcats, and they was like, no, they didn't like that too much, and they switched it back to the Hornets.
Yeah, but the reason why I say that is because Sacramento when that happened, that was the one time where I seen a fan base show up for not just the players of the team, because Sacramento didn't have no stars, so they couldn't show up for no stars. They could be like, yeah, no, we want because this person. Nah, that's our team. You can't take our team. That's the only time I've ever felt like that. But with the NFL, that shit don't have. You can't threaten a team. No, like the fans are going to show up and show out. A lot of guys, a lot of GMs, a lot of managers, coaches, owners make decisions based off fan shit. They may not say it.
Mm-hmm. They do. And that's and that's why the NFL still thrives the way that it does, is because it doesn't matter who's there, who's not there, as long as the team is there.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are going to stay, and which brings me to the second part of this. It was like, what superstars do we have in the NFL? And what I mean by that is, I'm saying not players that like the casual, like the diehard fans know. I'm just talking about if you went to like your aunt and was just like, hey, you know Odell Beckham? And she'd be like, oh yeah, I know Odell Beckham. Like, who do we have in the NFL today that we would consider by that criteria superstar? I can only think of a couple. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar. And I'm only gonna go with players because my wife's grandmother loves Mike Tomlin. So I'm only gonna go with players. Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna Aaron, he's been in the league long enough, so a lot of people know who he is. But I'm just going based off of like the young crop of players. Jalen Hurts. A lot of women know Jalen Hurts.
Yep, that he would probably be a lot of women know Jalen Hurts.
And I think that might be where it stops.
As far as players go,
and Stephon Diggs right now.
I would say he's climbing up for sure. He's definitely climbing up the Raptors quickly. As far as active players go, I would say Patty for sure. Only because how successful the Chiefs have been.
And the commercials. Oh, and Travis Kelce. Because of the Taylor Swift situation.
Yeah, I would say Travis for sure. I would say Lamar. I don't know if I'll be able to show a picture, but if I say the name,
I say Lamar because a lot of people do know him, and he was just in was it Raising Canaan? One of them damn 50.
One of them damn shows.
One of them 50 shows.
Okay.
And he got a lot of notoriety. Everybody was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even know Lamar could act." And
okay.
So he kind of made the rounds with that.
Okay. It's hard with the new players, like the younger crowd. Jalen Hurts, I understand definitely because a lot of women know Jalen Hurts. Travis Kelce as well. Definitely Stephon Diggs.
But I think that's about it. I think we only have like a handful.
Yeah, because not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people that I really like. I mean, sorry, as far as superstars go, like when you look at superstardom in the scale level, like we're talking like a Tom Brady type level type shit,
right? Like somebody that can, if Baker.
I think, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Baker. Like I would probably, like
Baker's on that list.
I feel like if you walk into the store or if you kind of see somebody, you'd be like, nigga, is that Baker? You feel me? Like I feel like a lot of people know who Baker is. But like I said, it's kind of hard for well, would you throw Jaden in there?
He's getting there, yes.
I'm saying he's kind of, he's kind of trending in that situation.
Yeah.
You know who else I was kind of throwing there right now? Actually, I got two. I'm gonna throw Xavier Legette's name out there.
Yes. He was just on the look. I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to tangent real quick.
We gonna go on a quick tangent.
If it's true, I don't know if he's dating her or not, but I can only imagine. Because did you saw Glorilla's album cover?
Yep.
Now, I don't know what a conversation between the two of these motherfuckers sound like.
Dog, that's probably the beautifulest conversation I've ever heard in my life.
But I think they're the only two people who know what the other one is saying.
That would probably I don't doubt that. I think if it was a match made in heaven, that would probably be it.
I would love to sit and just at the table while they're eating dinner between Glorilla and Xavier Legette and just sit there and be like, the fuck is about to happen right now?
Yeah, I just want to sit there and just kind of just bask in the ambience.
What does that conversation sound like?
Yep. Like what is going on here? I think Xavier, he's because a lot like we said about Jalen Hurts, a lot of women they know who Xavier Legette is, but at the same time, because of the character and the personality that he is, a lot of people also know who he is.
Then my boy, then you got to put the boy in.
And yeah, and that brings me to my next guy. That brings me to our guy. I gotta throw our guy in there. Famous Jameis, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Jameis is definitely. Well, then Russ too, if that's the case. Then Russ.
Well, I mean, he did gain a lot of traction based off of his marital choices, and then Channing definitely helped that a lot with the Pivot podcast when he said what he said, and a lot of ladies felt the complete opposite. So he definitely garnered a lot of attention as well.
Right. So yeah. So I just wondered.
I still really where superstars go. Prime and Tom Brady, bro. I say.
Well, I mean, if it's going to the young players, then definitely Shedeur.
Shedeur, and I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy Shiloh was throwing.
Shedeur and Shiloh, they're different levels. Speaking of Shedeur and Shiloh, again, bringing this right back to what we talked about weeks ago. We said that we don't know if Bucky was gonna get all access to the NFL to film. So what Roger Goodell did was told Bucky, he was like, hey, go ahead and do that. You got free right to shoot and record whatever footage you want for your media company.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. They had to bring in that guy. Shout out to that fucking man.
So, like I said, this is a lot of stuff that we touched on before everybody else got there, and it's okay. It's all good, man. We just, like my wife would say, just give us our props.
Just give us our flowers, bro. You feel me?
That's all.
I mean,
speaking of Shedeur, a lot of people have changed their tune. A lot of people have changed their tune.
Go ahead and just slice this up real quick. Nice big slice.
But we said this a couple weeks ago, and it still stands, and now everybody wants to say it as well. oh, well, Shedeur is super accurate, and he's picked up the playbook very well, and he's moving. Remember all the stuff they said that he couldn't do? He couldn't identify defense and all that dumb shit that they were saying. But then the coaches are like, nah, the way he manipulates the defense with his eyes, and he's moving safeties to create windows, and the shit that we were saying, or anybody with any common sense was saying during the draft process. Like, he's the best quarterback in the draft, dog. But hey, who are we? We just have a podcast.
Hey, we just two niggas talking on the show.
That's it. Just two niggas talking on the show.
It's funny. It's funny to me how the narrative has now shifted, right? The energy is I guess warranted to where it's supposed to be. And I think it's funny because they see Shedeur in OTAs, right? They see Shedeur in practice and they're like, oh my God, this kid can actually play, which tells me
y'all didn't watch a goddamn lick of tape.
Look, that's the first thing I was going to say. That tells me, first and foremost, you motherfuckers don't watch football. Y'all don't watch football. Y'all don't watch tape because we've been telling y'all this shit all goddamn season, last season, the season before that, the season before. We've been telling y'all the boy can fucking play, okay? Y'all don't watch tape. This is why we keep telling y'all watch film, okay? Y'all don't watch film. Second, what this also tells me is, like me and Mel alluded to, this was never about Shedeur. Like I said, the energy is being reciprocated where it needs to be. Because now we start to see a lot of people's true feelings, right? Everybody wants to talk about Deion. Everybody wants to talk about how Deion feels. Everybody wants to talk about how Deion is this and how Deion is that. And oh, well, they didn't want to draft Shedeur because Deion. We didn't want to draft Shedeur because this and this. And yeah, now it comes out, guys. Thank you for actually being real, right? We see how Shedeur plays. We see him in OTAs. Oh my God, he can actually play. We know that.
Same thing about Shiloh. Same thing about Shiloh.
Oh yeah, same thing. I was going to get to him too. Same thing about Shiloh. Yeah,
the way his leadership in the secondary, how he's making all the adjustments. He's doing this. He's doing like his father isn't Deion Sanders.
Look, and that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Because, like I said, it's like Mel said, same thing about Shiloh, right? And like I said, the narrative has appropriately shifted, right? Because we all knew that this was about Deion in the first place. But before that, it was, oh, Shiloh, Shedeur, they can't play. Shedeur is a short passing quarterback. He can't pass over 5 yards. Shiloh can't cover, but coaches revere Shedeur, right? Kevin Stefanski has had nothing but freaking great things to say about Shedeur, right? Then you go on the Bucs side, Shiloh gets signed. Nothing but amazing thing. You got Baker coming out, Mike Evans coming out. Nothing but amazing things to say about Shiloh, right? Great locker room guy, right? Receptive, right? Loves to learn, right? Is taking all kind of pointers and stuff from his vets, right? So now what people got to talk about? Now what can we say, right? These are great guys, right?
But that's when that's all of a sudden Shedeur showed up to the meetings with headphones on.
Yeah, and don't worry, I'm gonna get to that in a second because what was his name? What was that? Jason McIntyre? Yeah, is that your ass? Yeah, we're gonna get to you in just a second. So
I hate Jason McIntyre.
Hold that line, big dog. Hold that line because I'm gonna get you in the club in just a second. Hold on, let me check your ID and get your dub and get you inside. Just give me a second. It's just funny because, like I said, you see Shedeur, you see Shiloh, you see that they can play, and now all the narratives stop, and now they're starting to come towards Deion, which, like I said, we already knew that this is where this was going in the first place, right? Great character guys. Neither of them smoke, neither of them drink, neither of them party heavily, right? So now you can't come at their character. We know that they can play, so you can't come at their ability, right? Now what do? Oh, let's actually go after the person who we actually don't like. Let's actually talk about Deion and what he's doing. And oh, Deion, you need to back up. You need to relax. You need to not do so much because Shedeur is 23. And ain't that what you said, Jason McIntyre? right? Shedeur is 23, and okay. But when we have other fathers who are hands-on, it doesn't matter, right? Nobody says anything about it. And the thing that's interesting that I found about that is, why is it such a problem that Deion said that he was hurt when all of these reports are coming out about his son, when he knows, like, he's with him? That's the crazy part about it. Y'all are trying to tell Deion about his son like he don't see that nigga and wasn't with that nigga every day.
Like he don't know his son.
Like he don't know who his sons are. That was the funny thing about it. That's the reason why he's sitting back like, bro, I was hurt. You feel me? Because I know my sons. You feel me? I'm with these niggas every single fucking day. I'm literally with them during the draft process. And y'all are coming out with these bum ass reports. Oh, he had his headphones in, he had his hat on backwards, and blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
And you know what I hate the most? If that was the case, then why won't you put your name on?
Yeah, stamp it. Stamp it.
If you're gonna put your name on it, like, yo, I'm from such and such, my name is so and so, and when he came into the meeting, he had on head. So this way, you can get addressed personally.
Mm-hmm.
We don't got to play speculation on, oh, was it the Giants? Was it the Browns? Was it the Steelers? Who was it? No, we know exactly who it is.
Yeah. Stand on that. Stand on that. That's the thing I've never liked, right? When people come out and, oh, well, anonymous coach says this, anonymous. Nah, bro, stand on that, bro. We know who said that.
No, don't be. If you believe in what you say and you stand on what you say, put your name on it.
Put your name on that. Stamp that. Because why hide behind the comments that you feel so strongly about?
That's what I say. Or don't say nothing at all. How about either you put your name on it or shut the fuck up?
Yeah, put your name on it, stamp it, or shut up. Because at the end of the day, you coming up with bullshit, and now Deion can't talk about how, as a father, right? Because we have conversations with fathers all the time about how their kids are treated, right? Mm-hmm. Deion can't, as a coach. Now Deion can't talk about how his kids are treated just because he's a coach of Colorado. Nah, he's still the father. He's still the dad. So
shoot, I was watching the interview with with Lane Kiffin. He was talking about his father. So his father left Tampa Bay to go coach with his son.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody kept asking him, "It's like, well, why would you leave such a good situation?" He said, "I will leave any situation to go with my son."
Mm-hmm.
Did nobody question Monty Kiffin about that?
Nope.
So if that's what a father will do for his son in that situation, then why are you mad about what a father in Deion Sanders is doing for his sons in this situation?
Mm-hmm. Y'all gotta hold that same energy, bro, because just a few months ago, y'all was hella mad at Stephen A for his quote unquote comments about Bronny and how Bronny had to step up, or how Braun had to step up to him as a father. I'm not coming to you as I'm coming to you as a father. Everybody applauded it. Everybody applauded it for pressing Stephen A in the middle of a motherfucking game, which was weird, right? Unprofessional as hell during the motherfucking game during your job, but okay, right? People are asking Deion these questions, right? Mm-hmm. Because it is a hot topic. It's a popular thing. That's the reason. That's the problem I had with it. Nobody is sitting here. Deion is not on his own podcast just going off on tangents. He's not. He's coaching, and he's being featured and guest starred on other people's podcasts, and they're asking him questions about his son because it is unprecedented that a top talented quarterback slide that far. That's the reason why everybody keep fucking talking about it. I keep hearing and keep fucking seeing that shit, and y'all act like y'all don't understand football. Y'all don't understand how the draft works.
For a dude who was projected to go in the top 5 to get drafted in the 5th round is insane.
It's literally insane. They talking about fucking Johnny Manziel for fucking years, bro, and he barely dropped out of the 1st round.
Like, that never happens. We never seen a dude that was a projected top 5 pick. I mean, and keeping it a bean, he was a top 3 pick. It wasn't even a top 5.
Literally.
And he dropped to the 5th round. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't explain that other than there was some type of collusion on his on his draft status, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah. On his draft stock.
Because I believe the fact that they was like, yo, there was calls made that was like, yo, take him off your board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because when Jimmy Haslam, I think that's who the owner of the Browns is, Jimmy Haslam.
Mm-hmm.
He said he let the coaching staff do the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He said until it got to the 5th round and Shedeur was still there. He said that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Why is he there?
He said, I never step in to change what the coaching staff wants to do. He said, but that was my pick.
Yeah, but I came in and picked that because that's ridiculous. And everybody understands that. That's the reason why when Dion goes on these podcasts, the Asante Samuel podcast, he's been on a few.
Oh, I got Asante coming up next too.
Oh yeah, no, we I know we're gonna talk about Mr. Asante for sure. He's been on a few. So when he goes on these podcasts and they're asking him these questions about his son, it's because that is the hot topic. Still, it's the hot topic because, like I said, it's unprecedented for a top 5 pick to fall that far.
Yeah,
It's
and have that many teams that need quarterbacks pass on him.
It's just like Lamar. When Lamar is a fucking Heisman pick and he's at a fucking small market school in Louisville and he's taking Clemson to overtime, and it's like, how does this guy fall to the bottom of the? It doesn't make any sense. That's why everybody talks about it. That's why he's being asked about it. It's because it's crazy to hear. Nobody's seen that before, and every time we do see it, we're gonna talk about it for a while. So he's valid in what he says. So Jason, you shut up, bro. Shut up.
Right. And then let's get to something else. Talking about crazy to hear. Asante Samuel's talking gibberish again. This motherfucker crazy than a motherfucker.
Oh, he been talking.
Listen to this dumb shit.
What is the better formula? Cover the best receiver or take away the quarterback, right? I will admit it's definitely more exciting and marketable to see a matchup of 2 great players. Yeah, it's something to talk about. It's exciting. Yes, we love to see that. You know what I mean? But at this point, it's only exciting to talk about because there isn't much productivity. I've seen people hear me break it down, talking about taking away the quarterback's favorite side. And then 50% of the replies was, I never thought of it like that. That makes sense, Asante. And there's so many analogies that I could use to prove my point, but I'm going to use one right now. I'm going to use one, right? No one ever says, let's put the best defensive tackle on the best offensive tackle, or let's put the best defensive end on the best offensive tackle. You see what I'm saying? They're always trying to create
the mismatch,
a disadvantage and a mismatch, right? To gain an advantage for the defense, right? You know what I mean? So it's the same type of concept. The only reason we scream that about the wide receiver and cornerback because it's sexy, it's exciting, it's something for us to talk about, and we love to see it. A lot of the times, the ball don't even come that way that much.
Because the best receiver, most of the time, is on that right side of the quarterback because he's right-handed.
Here's another point. When it's time for the defense to prepare, like when it's, it's scout report and it's Monday, but, leading up to Sunday, when it's time to prepare for the offense, everything is being designed and predicated towards the quarterback to stop the run and go get the quarterback. So if the overall mission is to stop the quarterback, that means if I'm on the left side, stopping the quarterback from making 50% of his plays that he's used to making, that gives my defense and my team an advantage. So it's simple. It's simple math. Take away the quarterback right side and make them have to make uncomfortable throws, and the winning percentage goes up 40%. I think it's simple as that.
You ever listen to a dumb nigga talk football?
I listen to it a lot. Actually, that's the good part about it.
That's a dumb motherfucker talking football. Look, what you do on the defensive line got nothing to do with how you do on the fucking secondary, dumbass. Okay, and now you think I would never have to say this to a fucking NFL who I think is a Pro Bowl, is a Hall of Fame cornerback. Asante, if I have Lawrence Taylor and there's Trent Williams, I am not putting Lawrence Taylor in front of Trent Williams. I'm going to put his ass on the other side, opposite, so that we can get to the quarterback. But if I have Deion Sanders and there's Jerry Rice, I am putting Deion Sanders on Jerry Rice, not John Taylor. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So you talk about, oh, well, he throws all of the passes to the right side. So if I'm on the right side, I can take that away from him. Nigga, but if he puts Randy Moss or Jerry Rice on the other side of the field and you on the left side, then what? What you gonna do then? You gonna put the second best cornerback on Randy Moss? That's fucking stupid.
You want to know what's crazy? Because it's actually funny because the whole soliloquy contradicted itself. Purposely trying to create matchups on defense is the point, but at the same time, purposely trying to create matchups on offense is also the fucking point.
But
so
you create matchups to benefit you as a defense, Dodo. So if you're the best cornerback, I want you on the best wide receiver.
Because they're trying to create a fucking mismatch, you dickhead.
Dummy. I want my best pass rusher on their weakest offensive lineman.
Because I want to create a mismatch. But when they're moving the receiver around, they are trying to create a mismatch. So I need your ass
to follow him.
To follow that nigga.
Thank you. See, look, like I said, we just two niggas on the podcast.
Oh my God. It's not because it's sexy, bro. It's because I need your ass to take that nigga off the field.
I'm trying. Look, I don't want Deion Sanders covering my motherfucking best receiver.
Like, nigga, what, bro? What are we talking about here, dog?
I don't want Champ Bailey or Darrell Revis or any of these other niggas on my best receiver. You have just taken my best weapon.
Oh my gosh, that shit is so funny. And then I need everybody to stop with this, okay?
Stop smoking. People, like he need whatever he's smoking. Stop.
Yeah, come get my pack because I got you, bro. It's mind awakening, obviously, because you need it. But I need everybody to stop with this, okay? Stop saying that because y'all heard this and y'all ran with it. Well, if I take away the quarterback's right side, then
the niggas gonna throw it to the left side. Like I don't.
It's crazy because first and foremost, brother, you're on the opposite side. Okay, so you're not taking away his right side; you're taking away his left side.
No, I know what he means. I know what he means.
I know what he means.
But it still don't make no sense. It's like,
don't.
Bro.
Hold on, look. All right, because a lot of people heard that and they were like, "Oh my God!" Like you said, "Oh my God!" I never thought about it like that, bro. A right-handed quarterback dominantly passes to the left because that is where their hand goes naturally. If I'm right-handed, guys, right? Hello, this is my right hand. In the formation, I have my strongest receiver to the left of me because that is where I'm naturally going to go. I'm not going to turn my body this way to then pass that way. That's unnatural as fuck. That's for a left-handed quarterback. If I'm right-handed and I drop back, I'm not going to then go this way and turn my body this way because my body's already facing that way. I'm going to face it and throw the ball that way to the left.
That's less motion.
It's less of a contradicting motion, right? It's more of a natural motion to go throw the opposite side of your body than throw at the dominant side of your body. So if he's a right-handed quarterback, he's going to be throwing dominantly to the left. If he's a left-handed quarterback, he's going to be throwing dominantly to the right, meaning it doesn't matter where the fuck his fucking receiver is at because he's going to be throwing. If the play's going to the left, it's going to the left. They can put Randy Moss on the fucking right. He's not going to then do a pirouette and throw it to Randy Moss. He's going to wait for Randy Moss to come across the field and then throw it over to the left where he's going to be fucking wide open. That's the point. That's the reason why they do backside posts, guys, right? It's why they go fade, slant.
I don't know why he thought what he said was smart. That was the dumbest shit.
Or something, because I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
And was serious about it too. It was like, yeah, people said I didn't think about it like that because it's stupid. Because it's stupid.
That's what got me. Because I said, wait, huh? What the fuck?
If I'm an offensive coordinator, which I am, and I notice that their best cornerback stays on the offensive left side of the field, guess where we going? Guess where we going?
Yeah, everything's going to the opposite side.
Everything's going to the right, nigga.
Yeah, everything's going to the right. What are you talking about?
I mean, so you gonna put your weakest dude on my best dude? Good luck with that.
Yeah. So
good luck with that.
And this is where QB mechanics come in. Like I said, he's not going to unnaturally throw to his right side, right? He's going to then flip his hips because, hey, I know your best corner is staying over there. So I got a mismatch with my best receiver and your second corner. So what I'm going to do is, instead of naturally throwing to the left, your side that you're going to stay on, I'm going to then flip my hips and keep going to the opposite side all goddamn game because, hey, you're going to stay on my left side. You're going to stay on my right side. And take away the dominant side. So I'm just going to go on the opposite side.
Dummy.
Fucking dumbass.
The dumbest shit I ever heard. Bill Belichick did not teach you that.
Literally. I don't know where the fuck you learned that from, nigga.
Bill Belichick did not teach you that. I know that for a fact. There's no way. No way he taught you that.
There's no way. Like, I know you smarter than that because when you see quarterbacks flip their hips and their shoulders, yeah, no, that means they're throwing to their dominant side, the right side.
Yeah, like
your dumbass is staying on the left side. I don't know how the fuck you got all them fucking picks then.
Yeah, you smoking meth right now with that dumb shit.
Okay, all right, you need to put it down.
One more NFL player talking dumb shit, smoking that Reggie, that weak stuff.
Man,
Saquon Barkley.
I firmly believe
Saquon.
When you look at our team that we had last year, I think we're a top 5 team of all time. If you really look at the season outside of the first 4 games, like it was belt to ass. How dominant you guys were on defense and how dominant we were on offense and special team. Like people don't realize how great of a team that actually was. And when you have the talent and the skill that we have in our team mixed with the coaches, we all play together like how we played. Like teams really stood no chance. You've seen that in the Super Bowl. Like I mean, the score finished was 40 to 20 something. But in reality, it wasn't even really a game.
Okay, Saquon. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mean everything that I say when I say this. There is no way in hell that Philadelphia Eagle team is a top 5 team all time. No way in hell. 0 ways. 0 ways. The 72 Dolphins went undefeated. That's one. We got, was it the 88 or 89 San Francisco 49ers?
Shoot.
I think it was the 88. I think it was 88.
I go 88.
You got the Steel Curtain Steelers. You got the 85 Bears. All right. You got the 92 Cowboys. That's 5 right there.
Yep.
That Eagles team gets fucked up by all 5 of those teams.
Easily, too. Like, it's not even.
And that's not even getting into all other teams I didn't even mention the Baltimore Raven team.
Sure.
Like, so good. Like, I applaud y'all. Y'all had a dope season. Y'all did. Y'all was great. When you had to say minus the first 4 games, see, that just lets me know y'all really wasn't that dominant.
Yep. That you took away from it right there. You just lost.
When you got to say that, we wasn't that dominant.
You just lost it.
The greatest show on turf.
And look, I'm going to say the greatest show on turf, man, the 84 Niners.
Yeah, I didn't even mention the Patriots because they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Because they didn't win the Super Bowl.
But you're not better than them.
Fuck no. Absolutely not. What? 76 or 76. Don't ever disrespect my Raiders. 76 Raiders don't ever play with me.
Like, come on now. Like, that team
even the
last
2001
year,
Raiders. Don't do that. 2002 Raiders, bro. What? I know we went to the Super Bowl and John Gruden gave away our whole playbook. That's the only reason why the defense was what we were doing. But we would have kicked y'all ass. Don't do that.
Like, this team was probably, you may be top 15, maybe. I'd have to really do some super research, but you said top 5, and I rattled off. I got the 5 very fast.
I don't know, because the 86 Bears too, or the 86 Giants too.
And that's like I said, I just got the 5. I was like, can I get the 5? I got the 5 very easy.
You know what I mean? Like,
there's 2 other Cowboy teams on that we can do there
easily.
I didn't even mention none of the Washington teams.
Look, I was gonna say, because the 91 Skins, stop playing.
Like, so you might be top 15, top 12, maybe. But that's a conversation. But you said easily top 5, nigga.
That is top 5 is crazy, because
that's crazy.
Nah,
crazy.
That's madness talk right there.
Madness talk. So settle down, brother. Settle down. Enjoy your Super Bowl, man. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. But
all right.
Let's not
get above our skis on this right now.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Yeah,
because
we don't even know if y'all the best Eagle team yet.
Yeah, I don't know about all that yet.
So easy on that. All right. So we got, like I said, I got some guests lined up. I know, last couple of weeks have been kind of sporadic, personal shit going on in here. So I got guests lined up. Everybody's gonna come through. Me and Moo got the new show. We got to finish working on getting that shit together so we can get that lined up on Thursdays. Look, season 3 is about to start. So it'll be season 3 for Inside the Huddle. It'll be season 1. Still haven't nailed down the name, but I think we got it.
We think we got it. We gonna roll it out. We gonna roll it out for y'all real soon. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then that'll be season 1. That's gonna be entertainment at its highest, which is crazy because Stephen A. he signed his deal. I didn't get to touch on that. Michelle Beadle is the homie, but you acted like a whole asshole.
I was gonna say, I fuck with you. I fuck with you, MB, but hold on.
Yeah, like we're gonna have to touch on that next week, Thursday.
For sure. You gotta chill out on that though.
Yeah, that's why your ass got fired this morning, because you got stupid.
Yeah, you gotta chill out on that, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. You see the hat?
You know what I mean? Don't do that.
All day. Leave Stephen A alone.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
All right. So with that being said, tune in. NBA Finals kicking off. Tyrese Halliburton is still doing ignorant shit, clearly.
Yeah.
So basket to basket gonna be on it on Monday. Getting you updated on the NBA Finals. Then we got Gentlemen's Talk on Wednesday. Mullet will be back here Thursday with PVT. I'll probably jump in this week Thursday just so we can go over some stuff this week.
Yeah, preview some things.
Right, and then we get back to Inside the Huddle. Football season is literally around the corner.
Yeah, we're here.
So shout out to everybody. Thanks for everybody who's listening on Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Appreciate you for listening. Everybody on YouTube, Facebook. I'm probably gonna do a new account for this, just so that we can get it and stream on Instagram and all the other platforms at the same time, so we can get some more eyes and bodies in here.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's gonna look. A lot of things we try to change some things, for season 3. Try and change some things for season 3.
Yeah, make sure
because we had goals for 2025 that we didn't hit.
Yeah. So
and I'm taking it personal. So
yeah, no, like Jordan said, I took that personally. Okay.
Yeah, so
make sure y'all tune into the rest of the shows throughout the rest of the week, like my boy said. Make sure y'all keep liking and commenting, subscribing, and tap in with us, man, because we are known to turn other people up. We are known to turn shows up. So make sure that you come turn us up, man. You feel me? Because if you want to see our faces more on bigger networks, bigger streams, we need y'all. So pull in, tap in with us, man. Support us, and we're gonna rock with y'all, man. Don't be scared to come on camera because we love guests. If you want to be a guest, hit us up. Actually have a few guests that might be rolling in, might be trying to do a collab with this young lady from LA. So we'll keep y'all updated on that. And we'll catch y'all next week, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on, Push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn